Double LP and loss mitigation, the return of duo Q, the near removal of dodges, better autofilled stuff, and a bunch more. Riot is finally making some good changes, and boy, it was about time. You know those two guys who used to be a meme because they only brought useless changes to the game? Yeah, those two are finally saying what the people actually wanted to hear. According to them, next season is gonna have a system called Aegis of Valor, and it's basically gonna double your LP if you win and perform well, or keep you from losing LP if you end up losing if you get autofilled. So imagine you're a jungle main and you get autofilled into ADC. Besides the part where you panic and try to force someone to dodge, you still have the entire match, which you're probably gonna lose because you don't know anything about that lane. Well, now you don't have to freak out anymore. When you get autofilled, League will try to put you against another autofilled player in the same role. It's not guaranteed, but even if there's no autofilled player in your exact role, you're guaranteed to have at least one autofill on the enemy team somewhere else. And even then, if you lose but still manage to get a C grade, which honestly is super easy to do, you won't lose any LP. It's not exactly loss mitigation, since we don't know if your MMR drops or not, but the fact that you don't lose LP is already amazing. Riot finally made an anti-tilt shield. Got autofilled? Chill. You've got LP insurance. Got a C grade? You're good. On top of that, if you win the match, guess what happens? You get double LP. So if you win, Riot gives you LP like you just carried Faker on vacation. It literally doubles. I really think this is gonna make the community way less stressed and way more willing to learn. Even if someone gets autofilled, they're still gonna try hard to win the game and get double LP. Check this other example. If you're a main ADC and you struggle a lot to track the enemy jungle, which is common since almost every ADC is dumb, I'm an ADC main, then in another game, you get autofilled to jungle, with Aegis, you're gonna be more encouraged to try to learn the rules. Because with it active, it's always better to play the match than to dodge. And besides, look how sneaky Riot is. Now, dodging won't help you if you got autofilled, because if you dodge champ select, League will send you into an autofill again next time. You're forced to play autofill. Think about it. Even then, we won't be as frustrated when we get autofilled. And not just that. Everyone will have a good reason to play different lanes. Now there's no excuse. The player is forced to learn. And not just that, this change will also affect queue times, which is something the community has been complaining about for a long time. Unless you're super low elo, it's like 4+ minute queue times. You watch streams of high elo players, they queue up, put on a 20-minute video to watch, and the queue is still going. And speaking of high elo, they'll finally be able to duo again. This change is something the whole community's always wanted. Because man, playing League alone is a fate I wouldn't wish even on my worst enemy. It never made sense for them to remove it in the first place. Now let's get to a more aesthetic and mechanical part. If you follow the channel, you already knew that the next season was going to take place in Demacia. They showed some really nice skins. I liked most of them, especially the one for Cho'Gath, which was totally insane, dude. Cho'Gath is getting a skin called Petricite Cho'Gath, Talia is getting Duran's Legacy, and then there's a Prestige Veiled Lady Morgana skin. And the Morgana one looks gorgeous. There are so many sparkles going on. She looks like a goddess. And I'm loving the choices of Talia and Cho'Gath. Finally, they're both getting some love. By the way, I thought it was kind of cool that these autofill changes are landing in the region of justice, you know? Emphasis on justice since we're talking about Demacia. And yeah, the devs had a chat about new mechanics, and also about removing some old stuff to make things feel more Demacian. For example, they're taking out feats of strength and Otacon, which in a way I get it, since those mechanics were very tied to Nexus, but I'm sad, because I thought they were pretty fun. Riot's been struggling to bring in new players into League, because younger people don't want to spend 40 minutes in a match. Even 30 feels long. These guys are used to playing Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, scrolling TikTok. There's no way League delivers as much dopamine as those. So Riot thought, hey, what if we cut out those first 2 minutes of nothing when the game starts? Yep, matches are gonna start 35 seconds earlier now. Riot literally nerfed your bathroom break time. I can't really say if that's good because, well, playing when you've really got to pee isn't great. But Season 3 promises faster matches thanks to some new mechanics meant to give off that vibe of Demacia. First, we've got Crystalline Overgrowth. These are crystals that grow on towers, and when you hit them, they explode and melt the structure. Cool, acceptable. Next, we have Improved Platings. Every turret has them now, and it's not just to make them tougher, it's so that you can earn gold while destroying them. In other words, Riot finally admitted admitted, League players only get happy when they see gold flowing in. Applause. Applause for Riot. Oh, and minions spawn faster in the late game. Lost a team fight? You'll see 3 waves knocking on your Nexus in no time. Now, by far the coolest new things are the role quests, which basically make each role have a mission per match. Jungle and support already had these, right? But now they've changed some stuff. The quest is completed by subscribing, dropping a like, or maybe comment down below. If you're feeling generous, maybe consider becoming a member, or checking out our merch store in the description down below. Anyway, moving on. The quest is completed by playing League normally, farming, pushing towers, killing enemies and stuff, but you finish it faster if you do those things in your own lane. Now for the rewards. In the jungle, there's nothing too crazy, and they don't really need anything. Basically, it's just more move speed. You'll be able to smite enemy champions, and junglers are going to get more gold and XP from jungle camps. And for supports, they're getting a dedicated inventory slot just for pinks, which was always needed for anyone playing support. Plus discounts on buying pinks and extra passive gold over time. Also, the pinks are going to be cheaper, and supports will gain more passive gold. Now for the top, mid, and ADC, that's where we get wild. Mids are going to get tier 3 boots, since those boots are going away now that the feats of strength are gone, so only mid laners get the boot, and also they'll get Baron recall once every so often. Crazy, it's literally Riot saying, go roam the map and do everything since your autofill jungler doesn't know what's up. But more insane than that is that Riot finally brought back the Hextech Gunblade to the game. Sounds like a joke, but it's real, bro. Finally. But mid laners' happiness won't last long once they see what the top laners get for finishing their mission. Tops are gonna get a free teleport spell. Yep, literally a free TP given to whomever in the top lane. The dudes will have 3 summoner spells, meaning you can run flash, ignite, and TP for example. And if you already had TP, you basically get a super upgraded TP that gives you a full HP shield on use. And not just that, they'll earn more XP and their level cap can go beyond 18, up to level 20. Insane, right? That's it, baby. I'm hyped. Finally, I'll feel like a real boss with my giant Mordekaiser and Aatrox smashing everyone. As for ADCs, I saved them for last because this is insane. First, crit damage will increase to 200% damage. For anyone who doesn't know, it used to be 175%. Might look small on paper, but trust me, it's not. Sometimes devs change 1 or 2 points on a champion's base resistances and their win rate goes to pieces. So messing with numbers is no joke. On top of that, ADCs will get more gold from farming, kills, and assists. And as if that weren't enough, they'll get an extra slot for boots. Now they'll be able to buy 6 items and leave the boots in that 7th slot. They'll have more items than a TFT build, man. Riot hasn't yet shared all the nitty-gritty requirements for these missions, like exact values and such, but I'm really happy to see Riot messing with the game like this, with such radical changes. Last year we got a new epic monster, and now they're giving focus to more individual-oriented objectives. I'm really excited for the new season, and I hope you are too. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next video.